Good morning, Ella and Oliver. How are you guys today?
Good
Good. How are
morning.
you,
Good,
Bonnie?
thanks. How are
I,
you?
I'm great, thank you. Greetings from Toronto, Canada, where we love our Brit box. I got to tell you, this who doesn't love an Agatha Christie murder? Let's just go there. I mean, her mysteries are legendary, right? So,
Yeah.
Oliver, I would think not just being involved with an Agatha Christie mystery, but just this juicy premise, like it was a no-brainer to join. I would think.
Oh, 100%. I think that's kind of it's a testament to her and her writing, and you know how it's also stood the test of time. But the premise for Towards Zero is really quite unique, and you know the fact that you're thrown into this very complicated
Mm,
love triangle relationship in a house where there are all of these kind of dark secrets and it's a genius kind of setup
yeah.
for chaos to kind of ensue. So it definitely felt like a no-brainer. And as well, you know, the characters that she writes, and we've sort of spoken about this, that there's such intricacy
Yes.
and the dynamic between Audrey and Neville was a real kind of draw because we see these kind of things play out nowadays and I guess they're now sort of labeled toxic relationships.
Right.
But at the time there wasn't, you know, it was this huge kind of codependence that these two people had, and there's something so interesting about that with this sort of backdrop of this beautiful, you know, country estate by the sea and this
Yeah.
sort of Agatha Christie murder mystery. So it's I feel like we lucked out on all fronts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Ella, yeah, you can kind of expand on that a little bit for me because Audrey, yeah, I mean, here's two characters. They grew up together. Now they get married. They have this toxic divorce, and she goes back, and now he's remarried. I mean, oh my God, just it's so
Mm,
juicy. But for you to get into Audrey and to play a woman like this, and then still
mm.
drawn to her ex-husband for some reason, I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than this.
I know. No, she's such a fascinating character. I think like she feels so far away from what I know, and I think that's what made it really interesting. And like thinking about, I guess, women at that time and like, you know, like where they got their value from, and specifically with Audrey, I think like she's grown up in this environment that the value is very much about wealth and power and status and material and all those things, and she's so plugged into Neville and his career, and that's where she
Yeah.
kind of gets her value and sense of self-worth. And they have this kind of game playing like power dynamic together, which I think she's like addicted to, like literally I think they're like addicted to each other.
Yes.
And that is like, I think that's just such a fascinating thing to try and understand, and like trying to pinpoint where the vulnerability is, where the need is, but also like, so my favorite part about her was the mask that she puts on, and how like, you know, like she seems unaffected by things that are clearly quite upsetting, and like, and
Yes.
how she kind of copes and tells herself that it's a game, or you know, I don't know how she kind of puts surface level feelings on top of stuff that's much deeper and like scarier to look at, you know, and then getting to crack that and have moments where that cracks,
Yeah.
is like really fun to play.
Yeah,
And
wonderful character study, like for everybody. It's just riveting to watch. Oliver, for you, how tennis savvy were you before you started this? Because you're playing this tennis pro, right?
Let me tell you something, Bonnie. This guy has never played tennis in his life, and it showed. We there was an awful lot of chitter chatter about. I don't think I kind of thought that part through, and I was like, yeah, they'll just get a double. They'll just get a double. Yeah, it'll be fine. And then it's like that plays Wimbledon, and I was like that. Someone else will do that. And
Yeah.
then there was an awful lot of chat about, oh, we've got to get you in for tennis lessons, and I kept on putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and. And then went for my first one and was abysmal. And so Sam, our brilliant director, was just so kind and just kept on saying, don't worry, we will shoot around it. And I don't think I hit a single ball like that was ever thrown
but you look so
my way,
good.
but just did it with conviction.
Exactly.
But it was very interesting because especially when we were shooting Wimbledon, they had a crowd of extras that were drafted in to sit in the stands, and we were shooting, and and then someone came on the tannoy. I kept missing all the balls, and someone came on the tannoy and said to the crowd, "Even if he misses, cheer! Everyone, make sure you cheer."
Oh my God.
So it was mortifying. And
No, come on, it's good for your ego, for sure. You have, what I say. And I wanted to see too, also, I mean, being set in the 30s, you guys get to wear some spectacular costumes. The clothes were extraordinary. It's got to help you so much to put you into character and into that time period, I would think.
So much, and such, like, all of the first conversations I was having with Charlotte, the costume designer, who's incredible, was like, she was looking at it from a character point of view. Like, she was putting me in things that were slightly restrictive. So you know what I mean? But she was like, if this is okay with you, like, I just think it kind of keeps you upright and does this. And it's so useful, like, to have someone who's thinking in that way, because then, like, it really adds to how you feel, like, as the characters, and it changes, like, I don't know, because I always wear just like baggy things and that having to be kind of put together and tight up, and like, it changes your breathing patterns and everything, but also it just looks so beautiful, and like, everyone's costume is so incredible. So when you're in this environment, it just feels so, like, I don't know, present and transformative. And
Yeah, very helpful. Okay, so just to wrap it up, Oliver, you first. Now that you guys are pros, do you think you could survive your own Agatha Christie plot?
no, I'd die immediately.
No.
I'd get too overwhelmed and stressed. I'd be the first. Someone said to me the other day, we were talking about The Last of Us, and I was sort of talking about it, and they said to me, "You would be the first to die."
Do you think?
Yeah, they said you'd die from too much stress.
You'd be like, no, I can't.
I feel like in the middle of it.
I'd be the exact same. I actually think we're similar in that way, because I just be like, I don't know.
Is anyone else hot? Like,
Yeah, I'd run. Like, even them all stuck in that room and stuff, I'd just run. I'd be the same. No,
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Even reality shows, like, I look at shows like The Survivor and Amazing Race, things like that. I'd be like, I'm out after the first episode.
Or like, have you ever watched The Traitors?
Yes. Oh,
So like The Traitors, I feel like I use this all the time, where I'm like, I would not survive. If I was a traitor, I would not be able to get through it without, I would find it so stressful.
Mimi would be brilliant.
Mimi would
be brilliant.
Yeah. Mimi
She'd be like, yeah, she'd know.
You have to be a good liar. Oh, you really need that straight face. Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, congratulations on this. This is just fantastic. And Ella, just to also congratulate you on Black Doves. What an amazing, amazing job you did that. And I can't wait for season 2 of that. Wow, lots more coming from you. So thank you so much to the two of you, and best of luck with this. Well, I don't even have to wish you, because everybody's going to eat this up. So thank you so much for your time today. Really,
thanks for your time today.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.